Should go to bed right now.
13 and 9.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
right after the game.
Pacers playing without Victor Oladipo again.
I mean, think about that. They up 23 after one quarter with no Oladipo, and they still get back and take the lead in the second half. That's not a good thing for the Lakers.
Yeah, but ultimately they did win the game, 104-96. Let's see, any other nuggets in there that worth sharing?
Yeah,
Sabonis 20 and 15. He's playing
Lonzo
great.
Ball had a triple single.
I've told you, they thought he wasn't going to play with a sprained ankle.
Well, he had 2 points. He didn't play.
Okay, so tell me this.
You
saw the chase down block by Lonzo.
He had a what, Chuck? He had a triple. Wait, he had 2 points, and you gonna say he played? He had 2 more points than me. he had a triple single. Oh, man, had 2 points.
But he had the fortitude to play the game.
Yeah. Kenny, thank
I never heard that before.
for your calm and measured response.
I like that kid. That's
a triple single.
What do you make of all this stuff with LeBron and Luke Walton and the Brian Windhorst report on ESPN talking about the fact that LeBron, when he's running the point, is just basically doing what he wants to do, and when he sees a play call by Luke Walton, he just still does whatever he wants. Magic says, no, you got that wrong. That's not the way it works. You know, we're a lot of ball movement and have to get into our pick and roll and that kind of thing. What do you make of this whole Luke Walton thing with LeBron?
I played for coaches that gave the point guards the freedom to run the plays. You know, right before the game, you talk about the game and say, these are the basic plays we're going to run. Want to do this, we want to do that. LeBron's been to the finals last eight years in a row. I think he knows how to play point guard, you know. So him not looking at the coach every time down like a little baby, I don't have a problem with that because that's what great point guards do.
Listen, LeBron's going to play the way he always plays.
Exactly.
This notion that I hear all this BS all summer. He wants to post up and he's going to play more on the perimeter. LeBron plays. He's great with the ball. He's not going to change now. The guy's been in the league double-digit years. He ain't going to all of a sudden play a different way. And anybody who think he was going to do that was just stupid. The problem they got is I think the Lakers put Luke Walton in a position to fail.
How's that?
I said the first night, are they a young team building for the future, or they're an old team trying to win some games now? They put Luke Walton, is he trying to win now, or is he trying to build for the future? You can't win that way. I said that the first night, and it's not going to change. I don't understand they should have just sacrificed this year. I don't understand why they signed all those old guys. They put Luke Walton in a situation, hey, I'm getting criticized when we don't win. Am I going to play my young guys and build for the future and see who we bring in next year? Or am I going to play Lance, JaVale? I love the addition of Tyson, but that doesn't help them overall. And it's just not a good mix, and they're not going to win, and that's plain and simple.
It's your turn. I mean, you're the point guard.
Well, yeah, in terms of point guard, you know, even the late, great Jack Curran and Archbishop Malloy High School to the late, great Dean Smith and on into the NBA, the best teams I've been on, I would have a conversation with the coach prior to the game and say, hey, this is the percentage of this. Against this team, we're going to run these 4 sets. And in these 4 sets, I want to run this like 25% of the time, this one like 50%, and this one 25%. So now you have the leeway so you don't have to look over, because a lot of times you're catching it and you see transition, you see things. And then every now and then, not often, but every now and then, the great players like Hakeem Olajuwon or Michael Jordan, whoever, you go, I'm not running that. Or I would look off Clyde Drexler, great player, Hall of Famer, top 50 player. I would look off of Vernon Maxwell because I know I needed to get it to Hakeem certain times. I would call the play but look it off and not take the option of not giving it to Hakeem that time. That wasn't often. That happens. But that's just to stir up the inconsistencies of what the Lakers are going through. Everyone does that at times. You don't do it often, but when you're losing and you have LeBron James and you have what Charles is saying, this mixture of old and new, what are you trying to do? It's easy for someone to notice those things. We had one year Don Chaney, Coach of the Year, he won. We used to have music. We were like one of the first teams. What Steve Kerr does, I hear now in the lock and at practice, he plays music, doing shoot-arounds. Next year, they were like, oh, that's great, he keeps them loose. He wins Coach of the Year. Next year he gets fired. They say he's too loose. It's that you notice what's going on when you lose. It's not about it's nothing else about wins and losses. And you start noticing, oh, he looked him off that time. He didn't really call a play that Luke wanted. That's all it is. When they win in Cleveland, he did it to Tyronn Lue. He did it to coaches before that.
Did it to Mike Brown.
Did it to Mike Brown. But he also listens and he understands what they want too. It's not like he's saying, I'm going on my own. He understands the overall concept of the team of LeBron.
LeBron just, listen, we can say all that stuff we want to. LeBron's going to have the ball. He's not going to change now. I mean,
But having the ball, he's still going to know the concept of what the coach wants.
I understand it, but I'm saying this notion that going into the season, he was going to play different. And now they've won a couple games. They're like, well, he went back the way we used to play. Like, he was going to always do that.
But he should, because the new NBA is this. They switch everything on the perimeter. So LeBron James, the greatest player in the world right now. All I have to do is pick out which guy to come set a pick and roll for me. And then I could get a matchup that I want. So I could point out any guy and say, okay, this time
have to look at the coach
I'm going this. I don't need a coach for that.
Exactly.
I'm going to go, oh, he's guarding him. I want him to guard me. Come set a pick for me. And then all of a sudden he opens the floor up and he creates opportunities for everyone else.
Let us move on to the move of the night, which is presented